Hey everyone, Cynthia Ray here. Hope you are doing well. So I am super excited to have you all here with me today for another 5-day boot camp challenge. We've done a couple of these before. I've done the sugar detox one before. We've done a liver detox. We've done how to be fit, fabulous, and fierce over 40. So I'm happy to have you here on our first day. So again, I'm Cynthia Ray. I'm a registered dietitian and fitness specialist. I've been in private practice for almost 30 years now as a dietitian. I've worked in the past helping women with eating disorders, disordered eating behavior, binge eating, all the things when it comes to a relationship with food and diet and all that stuff. So I'm now moving into a different space of group coaching and online coaching and writing. So my next book is coming out pretty soon. It's going to be hopefully by the end of spring, early summer. So take a look at that. So anyway, so this week we are going to be doing a 5-day weight loss over 40 bootcamp challenge. So I know many of you women out there who are over 40 are wondering, what do I need to do differently with my diet? I've been eating clean, I've been exercising, I've been doing all these great things for myself, drinking water, getting good sleep, all the daily healthy habits, but are finding ourselves stuck. You know, we're gaining weight despite all the things that we do. But it is my pleasure and my joy to help you through this. I myself went through the struggle and was, as a dietitian, right? Teaching healthy eating, eating intuitively, eating mindfully, all these awesome things. And all of a sudden found that it wasn't working for me anymore. And I was gaining a little extra body fat and thought, oh my goodness, what's happening? So I dove into the research and I went to figure it all out. And I asked the Lord, I prayed every morning and asked him, Lord, what do you want me to do here? And he led me to all of these great things I'm going to be sharing with you this week. So if you don't have one already, go ahead and grab a pen and paper. We're going to be going through a lot of stuff in a short period of time. So it's going to be beneficial for you to be ready to go or come back to this recording anytime and watch later, take notes, and so on. All right. So today, let's go ahead and dive deep into our first topic, which is going to be consistency. Consistency is one of the 7 health habits for fit, fabulous, and fierce women over 40. So I really want to teach you ways to unlock your metabolism after 40 and also to help you live out that life that you really desire. You know, you may have seen other women out there who are fit and healthy and thin, and you're like, why can't I have that? What are they doing differently than I am? But I'm going to teach you all of those things here. Again, like I said, I've been through it myself, so I'm going to teach you these things. I also have an amazing group of women in my Ageless Body Blueprint Academy course, and they're doing great. So I just want to share with you all of these little tips today. All right, so let's talk about a little housekeeping. But before we do that, I want to welcome each of you, and let's get to know each other a little bit better. So whoever's watching right now live, or even if you're watching the recording, go ahead and let me know in the comments where you're tuning in from and something that's unique about you, something that's a little bit different. So let me know where you're tuning in from, where you're watching from, and something unique about you so we can get to know each other. I'm tuning in from South Florida. I'm in a town called Juno Beach in South Florida. And something unique about me, I guess I'll share more later too, but I'm a homeschooling mom of 3. I'm in my 19th year of homeschooling and I love it. I graduated my senior a couple of years ago. He's second year of college, and I have a junior in high school and I have a 4th grader. So I guess that's something kind of unique about me. And I have a passion for learning and teaching, as you can tell. So anyway, go ahead and post that in the comments while I do some of this housekeeping. So first of all, so this week we're going to be meeting Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern, just as we are right now. So join us. The live streams will be on my Facebook group, community group, the Over Fabulous 40 and Fabulous community group, and then also on my YouTube channel live. So you can tune into either place. Replays will be available, will be sent over to your email inbox. But you need to be registered for this course to receive that, because I don't have your email otherwise, and I don't know you're taking the course. So if you haven't done that already, you can go, I'll post a link to how to register if you haven't done that already. Once this video is ended and recorded, I'll put that on there so you can find out how to do that. Also, I will be giving away prizes daily, and those will be sent to you via email. So we're going to have a little homework that you're going to be doing at the end. And again, but you must be registered in order to do that. If you're not yet, I'll do my best to find you on Facebook, but it's easier if you register. All right. So also, if you have registered, I did send everybody a meal and fitness plan in their inbox. So in your email inbox, if you haven't gotten that yet or found it, go ahead and check out there or comment in the comments and let me know if you need a copy. But you will only receive one if you've registered. So again, I'll set that registration link up for you on the recording of this video. Okay, so to get the most out of our time together today and for the whole week, I would ask that you minimize your distractions, turn off your phone ringers, close the extra tabs that are open on your laptop or your desktop computer, and just let's make this a time for you, a time for us to just hang out together for these 30 minutes and focus, take notes. And then in these 5 days, I'm going to share with you my top secrets to that women are doing to live out their fit, fabulous, and fierce life over 40. So get ready. I'm going to show you how to implement those. Again, we'll be doing daily homework to practice. And then I'm going to give you as much info as possible, like I said. So let's get ready to go. All right. So the overall course objective, I just want to share this with you so you know where we're going. My goal is to help you, to show you how to shed stubborn weight, get lean and fit without sacrificing precious time with your spouse, your kids, and your grandkids, to travel freely, to exude confidence, to feel irresistible to your spouse or potential mate, and have the energy and vitality to show up fully for your family and God's calling on your life. So why not? We can do this. I'm living it out, and so are so many of the ladies in my group as well. And why can't you, right? Okay, so just want to do a couple things before we get started. So this bootcamp course, these 5 days, is designed for you if you're the type of person who longs to take charge of your health and your wellness journey, but you're not seeking for temporary fixes, but you really want a long-lasting solution. So this is what this is all about. This is going to be long haul. This is just a lifestyle shift and change. But if this really won't be for you, if you feel like you are looking for that quick fix, you need to lose weight quickly, this isn't the place to be. But if that's you, that's okay. Hold tight. You might learn a few things. Actually, you will learn a lot of things this week and tips. So when you are ready for that long-term change, you'll be ready to go. All right. So we'll also be sharing some real life examples with you, some testimonials. We're actually going to be having a live testimonial today with one of the women in my group, Cheryl Shepard. So at the end here, she's going to jump on and share with us about her story and how she broke through into weight loss. So okay, so I've introduced myself. You guys know me. Yeah, all right. So let's go ahead and dive into today's topic. All right, so today's topic is consistency. So I know this is probably the thing that women struggle with the most, right? Consistency, doing the same thing over and over again, expecting an amazing result, right? But a lot of times we put too much pressure on ourselves to stay consistent. And consistency doesn't mean perfection. It doesn't mean doing 100% of the thing you desire 100% of the time, right? I think that's where we get stuck. A lot of times we end up in self-sabotage because we're expecting ourselves to start doing this whole new lifestyle, to do all of these, I call spinning plates, if you're going to eat well, and then you're going to exercise, and you're going to drink water, and you're going to sleep well, and you're going to do, weekly grocery shopping, doing all the things at one time, especially when it's new, is really impossible. And consistency doesn't expect perfection. It just expects continuing on a course of path for your wellness over a period of time, knowing that there's going to be days that you don't do it. But the real trigger, the real positive outcome here is if you fall off, then you just get back on and you just continue with your lifestyle. So it's how that resilience, how quickly you can jump back in from falling out is what's going to produce the result. So it's not doing 100% all the time, hitting hard. It's how quickly you can get back on track and how motivated you are too, right? So a lot of times too, what the real issue is motivation, but then also even asking ourselves, why am I doing this? Why do I want this for myself? And at first it might be, oh, I'm just so frustrated with my weight, or I just totally messed up with my eating. I didn't eat how I wanted to. I was doing so well and I totally blew it. I had a piece of chocolate or cake or whatever was not allowed on this particular meal plan that you're doing for your goal, and then just throw it all away, right? So that's not consistency. Consistency is going along, doing your thing. And when things get thrown at you can handle it with grace, get back on track, and move forward. But the only way you can do that is if you're constantly reminding yourself of what you need to be doing, or why you're doing what you're doing, right? If we fall off track, or maybe you might get sick, or you might go on vacation, or have a special event or holiday, or a move, or a job change, something that kind of shakes up your daily life, and it makes it really hard to stay on track with your daily workouts, or your daily nutrition or hydration, and you just kind of get thrown off. That's part of life, right? That's the way it is. But it's your desire to want to jump back on and continue moving forward, right? So it takes about, that myth of 21 days, it actually takes about 66 days or more to really establish a solid habit, solid lifestyle that's a culmination of daily habits, right? So a lot of times we think, oh, okay, if I do this one thing for 21 days, which is very difficult to do for most people, then I'll be this new person. I'll have this new lifestyle. But it really takes, that consistent, 3 months or so, 2 to 3 months of just doing the habit, doing the health behaviors that you really want for yourself, knowing that you're going to fall off once in a while, that's okay. And then getting right back on and continuing on your path. Again, you have to absolutely know why you're doing it. What is motivating you? And motivation can be very strong at first. Like I said, you might feel like, oh, I've been doing all, I've been not eating well, and I really need to jump back in to my healthy lifestyle because I know what it feels like to eat healthy, and I just don't feel well. And you're super motivated, or maybe you walk past a mirror and you see yourself, maybe you're walking in a shopping center and you see your reflection in the glass of a store, right? And you're like, oh man, I didn't realize I was that heavy. Or maybe you saw a picture of yourself and you're like, oh no, I need to do something about this. Or if your clothes don't fit, the outfit that you used to wear all the time, you put it on, you haven't worn it in a while, just doesn't work for you anymore and doesn't fit. And you're like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? And either you can self-sabotage and do more unhealthy habits because you're frustrated or ashamed, or you can dive in to healthier habits and learning what it's like to be consistent. So that motivation is going to take you in two places, either to a negative place or a positive place. If it takes you to a positive place, let's say you're deciding to make positive change for yourself when you see these things happen, or you're reminded of your body weight at the time, and you go into these to the positive place, and now all of a sudden you're thinking, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to stick to this. I'm going to stick to this. But then it's kind of like a bonfire. If you think about it, you get a bunch of wood and you're at the beach and you light it up and it's this huge bonfire, right? And it lights up. It's really hot. It produces a lot of energy and it's just on fire, right? And then all of a sudden, before you know it, all the wood is burnt down, right? So it's quick lit up and it dies down quickly. So it's kind of like that all or nothing thinking, right? But our goal, to be consistent, is to be that kindling fire that provides lots of warmth and heat, but it lasts for a long period of time. It has a lot of longevity. And that is going to give you that level of consistency. Same thing with exercise, right? If you wanted to train for a marathon, you wouldn't just get right out there and start doing, 20 plus mile runs. You would start with, little health habits one at a time, like not doing it all at one time, but maybe running a mile, maybe walking a mile, maybe, I don't know, every other week doing a longer run. So you kind of build up these health habits over time that are going to help you end up with the ultimate result that you want, right? So what I really want to emphasize too is avoiding that mindset of all or nothing thinking, black and white thinking. I know this because this was me for a long time. If I wasn't doing it 100%, I wasn't doing it at all, right? But what I want to emphasize too is living out life in the 80-20. So 80% of the time, you're really focusing on your health. You're making positive decisions for your health and your habits. And that other 20% can be other. It can be times that you do fall away or you do eat something that's off your meal plan. That's normal. I want you to be able to enjoy food. I want you to be able to enjoy life. So like the other day, was it Friday? Yeah, last Friday, I was planning to do my workout in the morning, but my husband's like, oh, I really want to go to this car show today. And then my son had a baseball game in the afternoon. I'm like, oh no, I'm totally not going to get my workout in today. But I thought, you know what, whatever. It's really important to me to go hang out with my family, create some memories together, bond together. And it was amazing. And so what I just ended up doing was I stuck to my plan. I ended up enjoying the day with my family, had a fabulous time, no shame, no guilt, whatever. I just enjoyed my time, knowing that the next day I could do it then, right? So I missed it on Friday. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna go back in and do my workout on Saturday, and it was fine. I had time, and it all worked out. So just again, avoiding that all or nothing thinking, and think how you can be flexible with your health too. So the other thing is with consistency is that your weight, let's say you're being consistent with your diet and living out this lifestyle and you fall off and get back on, you're going to see your weight go down gradually, but you might see points where it goes up a little bit and then plateaus. But you keep doing your habits and behaviors that I'm going to teach you this week, and then you're going to see go down and then up and then down and then up. But overall, if you look at the graph, which I've seen with other clients, it's going to show a consistent down, right? So just know that just because you're doing all the work and all of a sudden you hit a plateau, or your weight goes up a little bit, it's not the end result. It's just part of what's happening. And then over time, as you continue your health habits, you're going to see that change. One of the things that I really want to emphasize too is that taking your mind off of the weight on the scale is going to free you up so much more to engage in your daily health habits, and also to feel that freedom of looking at the rest of your body. How are you feeling because of the health habits you've been engaging in? Maybe your joints are feeling better. Maybe you can walk longer. Maybe your health is better. You can eat a larger variety of foods. Maybe your abdominal bloating has gone down. Maybe your brain is more clear. What else have my ladies experienced? Better sleep. So look and see beyond the scale how your daily health habits are improving your overall life and well-being beyond the scale. The scale's going to do its thing. I always think of, in my new book, I talk about the wellness onion. The wellness onion is kind of like, picture an onion. It has many layers to it. And that's kind of like our layers of wellness that our body is going through internally. So you're doing these great healthy habits, eating healthfully. We're going to talk about fasting in a little bit, giving your digestive system a break from food, keeping your blood sugar low, exercising regularly, getting good sleep. And you're going to start to notice those layers of the wellness onion getting exposed. The very top layer of the onion is the priority of your body. It's what it needs the most, right? So maybe that top layer priority is brain clarity, right? So when you start doing this, you're going to notice, oh, I'm just feeling so much better with my brain clarity. Or the next one might be, maybe it is weight loss, and all of a sudden you see a big shift in your weight and you lost a lot of water weight. All of a sudden, body fat's going down. And then you might see joint health improving. You might see maybe your vision improving. So there's so many layers to the wellness onion that the best thing to do is take your focus off of just one of the components and focusing in on all of the components. And over time, you're going to see those health habits are going to lead to a long-term result. Okay? All right. So I just want to make sure that we're all clear on that one. Again, self-sabotage, that's one of those things that really can come into play when we are trying to be perfect and do everything 100% of the time. But instead, just embrace your imperfection and know that you can be compassionate to yourself and know that it's okay. And then jump right back in. Maybe reevaluate the reason why you're doing what you're doing. And then remember, oh yeah, I was doing this because when I don't do this, I feel horribly, or my sleep is really bad, or so on. So go back to the reason why you're doing it and see how that'll help you. All right. So let's go ahead and take a little moment. I'm going to have you all share in the comments if you're watching live or recorded. What is one wellness lifestyle habit that you regularly do currently and that you are proud of that you do? So what is one wellness lifestyle habit that you are currently doing that you can be proud of? So go ahead and share that in the comments. When I'm all done here, we're going to go through all of this stuff. I just want to make sure I get through all the info before we get there. All right, so share with me one wellness lifestyle that you regularly do and are proud of. And if it's more than one, that's fine too. But the idea is to focus in on what you're doing well. We do so many things well. And when we do one thing that's off, it throws out all of the things that we did well, right? So that's that scarcity versus abundance mindset. When you're living in scarcity, you're focusing on survival, right? You're focusing on, oh, what if this happens? I need to be prepared for it. It's kind of a way of living anxiously. But an abundance mindset is looking at the things that you have available to you and working with those things that you have available to you and making the most of those things. So living in abundance is going to help you achieve consistency as well. All right, so focusing in on that thing that you are doing really well. So let us know what you're doing regularly and then what you're proud of. Okay, so let's talk about this too. If you, let's see, I want to make sure I'm going in the right direction here. All right, actually, I'm going to give you an example of a wellness lifestyle and consistency. So over time, right, it says we say about 66 days, maybe give or take a few days or weeks or whatever. Everyone's different. And you start building up these health habits and behaviors. And by that time, it'll become just your new lifestyle. Okay. For me, it's been about a year since I've been living out this lifestyle on my own. And it feels really weird to do anything otherwise. My group and I, we fast on a daily basis, unless where we are at in our cycle says otherwise. And for me to eat in the morning feels really strange unless it's a day that I have off. So you get to a place where you've rewired your brain to these new health habits and behaviors. And by the way, having accountability or a group to do it with increases your likelihood of success by about 65% or more. So if you're wanting to step into something new, I would highly encourage you to find an accountability partner or a group or work with me, and it'll be super helpful. Even if you just tell one person that you're doing something new, it'll be so helpful and you'll have so much more success long-term if you're sharing it with somebody else. So just want to throw that out there. All right. So the thing is, okay, so over time, you're going to establish these new behaviors. So for example, if I don't smoke, right? I don't drink soda. This just doesn't feel good to me, right? So if somebody said, oh, you want a cigarette? I would politely decline and say, no, thank you. I don't smoke. Or if somebody said, oh, here, do you want a soda? Oh, no, thank you. I just have some water. I don't really drink soda. And that's my health habit choice, right? Just like putting on, I told this to my group last week, just putting on your seatbelt every time you get in the car, brushing your teeth, usually in the evening and in the morning. What else do we do? Brushing our teeth. Oh, showering daily, right? Most of us shower daily. All of those are health habits. That's our hygiene habits, because we tend to do those because of the reason why is strong enough for us to keep it going. So if you don't put your seatbelt on initially put our seatbelts on knowing that there's a potential hazard and an accident can occur, right? So that's a strong why, right? I'm putting it on because I don't want to get hurt, right? Maybe brushing your teeth. There's a strong why behind that. And the strong why is most likely a social thing, right? You don't want to have stinky breath when you're going out for your day, or you just want to feel better. Like, you know what it feels like to have a fresh mouth compared to, teeth that weren't brushed overnight. Taking a shower daily, same thing. You just feel refreshed, you feel better. And then same thing, a social thing. The social consequence is too great if you're all sweaty and stinky and people don't want to be around you. So the reason why, for why you're doing or wanting to be here with me learning this, why you're wanting to change your behavior, has to be really strong, and it needs to be something that's long-term. It can't be just something that's a short-term thing that you're like, oh, I just need to lose 10 pounds by the summer or so on. That's fine, but it's going to be that bonfire that gets created and then fizzles out really quick. We want to have that slow kindling fire that's going to keep you going for the long haul. Okay, so just kind of keep that in mind. All right, so when again, when it comes to habits, you want to do 80-20, 80% healthy, life-giving, life-improving habits, and then 20% if you want to do other things that are off, maybe take a day off of exercise or just chill out and let your body recover. That's welcome. That's part of healing and a healthy lifestyle. All right, so you want to make sure you're living out a lifestyle that's consistent and sustainable. And like I said, the truth is nobody can be perfect all the time. We need to strive for progress, not perfection. Consistency isn't about being perfect, but adopting a lifestyle of grace and resilience. Like I said, like running a marathon, you start with 1 mile and then gradually build up to your 27.2 miles for race day. It's the little habits day to day over time that are going to yield big results. Making sure you're staying in your own lane, focus on what you're doing, and that you're going at your own pace. So health habits have to have a strong why. Maybe think about what is the reason why I want to change my health? What is it long term for me? Is it because I want to enjoy time with my family? I want to age gracefully and be able to play with my grandkids and go for walks and go for hikes and just have this active life, be able to travel freely. What do you want your lifestyle to look like going forward? Maybe think of somebody in the back of your mind who might be coming to mind that, oh, wow, that lady is amazing. I really want to be that. Here in South Florida, there's lots of older people who are living this amazing lifestyle. And I look at them like, man, I really want to be that grandma who's riding her bike every morning, like serious bike riding, playing pickleball with her girlfriends. And my son plays pickleball with a bunch of older people, traveling freely, not, being held down by, walker or wheelchair or bedbound or depression, but to be out and about, be out in the sun and just enjoying a great quality of life. So it does take time to develop new health habits. It takes daily practice. It's definitely essential to this. I want to start this week talking about this for that reason. And then your mindset plays a crucial role in consistency, getting away from an all or nothing mindset, but understanding the reasons behind your behaviors and your actions that you are choosing to do each day. All right. So while I finish up here, then we'll bring Cheryl on. So like I said, if you have an illness, an injury, vacation, a move, a life change at work, a big project, just remember that those things happen and you fall off, that's okay. Just jump right back in. You can also continue doing your workouts during these times. It's actually, and eating healthfully, it'll better support you and reduce your stress if you're able to eat healthfully and exercise while these crazy things are happening in life. So for this week, what I want you to do is I want you to grab your calendar. I want you to track your workouts. I want you to track your nutrition, your hydration, and your fasting. So for this week, I'm going to have you, probably for the rest of the week, fast for about 12 to 16 hours daily. So you can do that in any way. I like to use sleep as a free time. So if you want to close your eating window at about 7 p.m. and then you want to reopen it around 11 the next day, you can do that, or just start with an easy 12-hour fast, close it at 7 p.m. and then reopen it at 7 a.m. So anywhere between 12 to 16 hours of daily fasting is great. There's a fasting app I like to use. It's called Zero, Z-E-R-O, and it helps you to track your fasting. You just press start when you're starting your fast and then end when you break your fast. So fasting is really important to keeping your blood sugar low and then accessing body fat for fuel. I'm going to talk all about that tomorrow, so hold tight, but I want you guys to get started today. So fasting 12 to 16 hours daily, moving your body each day. I gave you the workout calendar to use, and then start thinking of your reason why. Why is this really important to you? Why do you want to make change? So that way you can end up with a long-term result. Okay. So your homework is to do that, to commit to fasting, commit to exercising, commit to tracking. And then what I'm going to have you do is once you've completed that, I'm going to have you come back probably tomorrow to this video recording and comment and let me know that you completed those things. And I'm going to put you in a raffle for a gift card, from a Starbucks gift card, so you can have a drink on me. I love coffee and I love tea and I love all these things. So I wanted to gift you a little special treat. So do the homework. I'm going to write it. I'll write it down in my post as well, so you remember what it was, and you'll have that for you. Okay, so let's go ahead and bring Cheryl on. And I just want, hey, Cheryl.
Hi.
this Cheryl Shepherd, she's in my Ageless Body Blueprint group and my sugar detox. She's in all the things and has had her hurdles, right? You've gone up and down, you've fallen off, you've gotten back on, and then you get back on, and it's like, okay, nothing's happening. I'm doing all this work, nothing's changing. But what I wanted her to share today, just kind of briefly before we finish, is so she just shared in our, so we meet as a group weekly in Zoom, and she was sharing her story about breakthrough. So even though she was totally ready to give up on the habits because nothing was happening, she had a breakthrough. So tell us, like, just a little bit about, well, tell us about that. What happened? How did that breakthrough happen for you?
Well, like you said, I've kind of been up and down. I've struggled. I have definitely been an all or nothing dieter pretty
Mhm.
much my entire life. And this program has really helped me to get really focused on some of the things that I've needed to do just to have more balance, and consistency has been probably my biggest struggle. And one reason is because of schedule, because my schedule has been absolutely crazy. Um, Not that there haven't been times that I've used my schedule as an excuse, but I truly do have a very busy schedule, and it's been one of my biggest challenges. But it's also been the thing that's been the most motivating to me, because overcoming that and being able to have consistency regardless of how busy I am, has been something that's been really
Mhm.
motivating. Um, but the other aspect for me has been menopause, which, you hear the stories, but nobody can prepare you for
Mm.
what happens to your body and how your body just does not want to lose. So, there again, that's been another really big breakthrough for me, because um, although there have been times that I have um, not completely quit, but psychologically, I've just been like, okay, I'm done with this. It's like I can't think about this anymore. And I know, in talking to ladies in our group, they've experienced the same thing. It's like sometimes it just gets to the point where it's too much. Like, I can't deal with all this. I can't think about it. I think for me personally, that's where having this group and knowing that the group is there, that I can keep coming back to. And then those consistent habits too, where I didn't give myself enough credit for some of the things that I was changing, and I didn't even look at that as being, habits that were really impacting and affecting my overall progress.
Mhm.
So I love progress, not perfection. I absolutely love that, because I'm a perfectionist, and if I can't do it 100% right, I'm done.
Yeah, I know the feeling. I know. So, was there a point, I think we talked about that, where you felt like you were kind of stuck and then but kept sticking with it and had breakthrough?
Mhm,
Or
mhm,
so
mhm.
how did that happen?
Well, you know, I think a lot of that was inflammation. And so I know intermittent fasting, and making that a habit made a really big difference. I think I think there's a lot of factors that really played into that.
Mhm.
I think I'm a huge proponent of the magic morning routine, and I was doing that for an overall purpose of just becoming more um, effective, in work and everything else. But I didn't really realize how much that affected my
Mm.
psychology. If I
Mhm.
start in the morning and I take my time and have my little meditation and prayer time, um, it sets my day right. And the days that I don't do that, um, I can get off course a lot easier.
Mhm.
But that first thing in the morning, when I kind of take that time to visualize, okay, this is what my day is going to look like no matter what. I'm going to stick to my plan, and I'm
Mhm.
not going to deviate, and I'm not going to turn to sugar when I get stressed out.
Mm. Right.
It's a lot of that um, has been something that's been really impactful. I really do think that I struggled with inflammation, and
Mhm.
so following a lot of your advice, and um, I think hydration was like a big thing for me. I
Mhm.
wasn't hydrated enough, so I started really focusing on that as well. But I think the biggest part of it really, I mean, you had asked me that, like, what was it that really, because I was in a plateau place for quite a while, and and like I shared with you, it's the first time I really considered just completely quitting. Like, I'm just done with this. It's like I'm not seeing,
Mhm.
any results,
Mhm.
and I do think that that's where having the support system was extremely important to me. And then um, just knowing that when I came back,
Mhm.
if I had been gone for a while and I came back, I wasn't going to get shamed, and everybody's so supportive and uplifting. And I think that is it's just worth so much having that support system.
Yay.
So I don't know if that answers your question, but I
Yeah,
think
no, it's fine. Yeah, it's a journey. That's the thing. It's the the daily health habits, which I was talking about, and then just staying consistent with it, and just knowing that even though there's setbacks overall, it's a downward trend. Like over time, it's you can't change something and not see any change
hmm
in any direction, right? Whether you're eating unhealthfully or just taking care of yourself, if change happens, change has to happen. So,
hmm
and sometimes we just get really hard on ourselves, or it's not the expectation we had. So then it's like, forget it. It's not what I wanted. I'm working so hard. Why am I doing this? But just again,
right.
going back to your why. Like, why am I doing this? And what else is there besides the weight loss that I'm gaining health wise? And then
Mm,
the weight kind of goes, you know, away too. So anyway,
yeah.
okay. Well, thank you for sharing. I appreciate it. I
Absolutely,
can't believe it.
absolutely.
Yeah, thank you. I can't believe it's already 11:38. Okay, sorry everybody. All right. Well, thank you so much, everybody. So I'm going to post today's homework assignment with this video. If you are watching this on Facebook Live, we have some tech difficulties today, so you can go to my YouTube channel and see the interview I just did with Cheryl. So take a look at that. Tomorrow I'm going to be talking about nutrition, how to tweak your diet for women over 40 to get you to open up your metabolism and start losing some weight. So hope to see you all tomorrow. Invite a friend. This is a free open forum community that anybody's allowed to come to. Join me in my Facebook community group or on our YouTube Live. All right. I'll talk to everybody soon. See you tomorrow. Bye.